It's Million Dollar Money Making Monday, and it's good to be back with you. It's me, Jesse T, and we are here together again on a fabulous weekend in Southern California. What a great weekend it has been. We have gotten so many people online here to buy some of these great houses that are out there off the market, as well as we made a terrific sale this weekend with a client on only the third outing, and that is just fabulous. Hey, look it, today we're talking about selling now. Now, this isn't hype, this isn't a gimmick, this isn't, we want you to sell now because there aren't a lot of houses on the market, and that is true. But the reality of it, selling now is a smart move, especially if you've owned your house for a number of years. I'm talking directly to like baby boomers. I'm the end of the baby boom generation, but the baby boomers go all the way up to 75, 77 years old now. We're talking about the Gen Xers, people that are 50 years old, 48 years old and older if they've owned their house for any period of time, because quite frankly, there's several reasons why, and we're going to go over 3 reasons why you should be selling your house now on Million Dollar Money Making Monday, brought to you by your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, where we promise that if we don't sell your house for an acceptable price in an acceptable period of time, we'll buy it. That's a guarantee in writing. That's right, your Home Sold Guaranteed, or we'll buy it, which means basically I'm going to buy it, because we are so confident that our home selling system will get you not only a great price, but probably anywhere from 20 to 100% over market price today. And you say, well, anybody can do that. No, not necessarily, and here's why. If you want 1,000 people through your house, we went by an open house. This was the first weekend here in Southern California that they allowed open houses in kind of the old-fashioned way, where you'd see a sign and a flag on a street corner or something like that. And it was a crazy mayhem out there. We came up on this house. My buyer was following me, and we had an appointment to see this house. What failed here is that the listing agent, yeah, sure. Yeah, right. On purpose, I think. The listing agent failed to tell us that he was having an open house. So we saw the signs, and the moment I saw the signs coming into this neighborhood in Simi Valley, I was like, oh boy, I knew exactly what was going to happen. And it happened. We rolled up on this house, a nice house, for about $625. We rode up on this house, and it was like going to a concert of your favorite artist, with a line starting at the front door, all the way out the driveway, down around the corner, and it was amazing. It was an amazing thing I saw around the corner and up the street. There, I turned around and I counted 56 people standing in line. And no telling how many people had already been through that house. Now that's good for the listing agent because it provides them more buyers, and possibly buyers that have to sell their houses. I get the marketing. We do that. But the amazing thing about it was that is happening all over Southern California. And that means that you are allowing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people through your house. So if you believe in this COVID-19 pandemic, and if you believe that we're at a point now where they're going to announce, well, they just did, that no more social distancing, you don't have to wear masks, and all of that stuff. If you believe that to be true, go for it. But I don't know. They banged it down our throats for a year and a half that so many people were sick and dying, and it could be transferred just if you walk through the spray of somebody was talking at the park under a oak tree 5 minutes before you were there and the wind was blowing. Okay? They banged this down us. They put everybody in home jail. And, you know, Fauci and his gang of well, I can only say corrupt folks, shove this down our throats. If you believe all that to be true, then why in God's name would you allow anybody to come to your house? Right? It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. So that's what we rolled up on today. That's why we have a different program. And that's why we can say, we'll guarantee your home sold. Guaranteed, or we'll buy it. And we probably already have a buyer for you, because we have over 2,500 plus buyers in our buyer and waiting program just waiting for a house to come up that they can buy. And that's what it's all about. Because what seller wants strangers to their house, right? Doesn't make sense. Not only that, everybody's going to know what you got. Everybody's going to see what you got. And you're trusting someone's driver's license. I mean, if it was me to let that many people through my house, man, you got to get yourself a full, complete, not only financial checkup, but we got to pull a public records search on you. And I want a background checkup. Too many people in the house, too many eyeballs, too much of that happening, in my opinion. So we just passed it and walked on by like Dionne Warwick. But in our system, where we guarantee your home sold or will buy it, look at, you don't have to worry about that, because we probably already have 1 or 2 buyers or 3 buyers ready to buy your house, because we're constantly marketing for buyers. We're looking for buyers. We got more buyers than our houses, and most of them are all approved. So the show today is brought to you by Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, and you can check out that program at 1-844-402-4222, okay? Extension 1045. Call free. There's a recorded message. Nobody's going to talk to you. No pressure, no obligation ever, and it's free. But check out the program, because it probably will be right for you, and in that respect. So the show is brought to you by Your Home Sold Guaranteed. So let's jump into it right now and find out why you should be selling your house right now. Okay? Irrespective of anything, even if you have to go rent, you should be selling your house right now. Here's why. Now, I'm going to shorten this down, but I did some research this week, and stats, research and statistics, because we're totally into that, okay? Because numbers don't lie. Mathematics does not lie. It holds true every time, okay? You may not believe it, but it does. My engineering son, my mechanical engineering son, who, you know, they have to study calculus and trigonometry, mathematics just holds true all the time. Okay, so I did some homework on this, and I wanted to find out if it really is the right time to sell your house, or should you just wait? Yeah, and everybody's part of this fever pitch. You know, everybody's got to sell their house. Yeah, prices are going up. Well, you got to get, okay, let's get past that right now. Let's look at this non-emotionally and look at it from a statistic business point of view. This is what the future is going to be like, okay? Right now, the Federal Reserve has created their own cryptocurrency coin. Now, the Federal Reserve runs the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank, and all those other subservient agencies that deal with finance underneath it. In fact, all of the countries' national banks are under the Federal Reserve. All right? So saying that, they wield a lot of power internationally. So now they're changing because they understand something, that they can't keep printing paper forever. And our money is not backed by gold or silver. It's backed by you, the American worker. And since the middle class is getting smaller, the American worker, the manufacturing worker that made this great industrial nation of ours, has gotten smaller, and companies only care about cheap labor. They don't care if they pay somebody slave labor and they're tortured. They really don't care. That's what goes on in China. Okay? They don't care. They just care about the money. Now, Trump tried to change that, and he was doing well with it, but the power of the world are the ones that run the financial entities, which run the corporations. Okay? They didn't want that. So they got rid of them. Now, with that in mind, the currency of the world is changing, and it's going to change. It's going to be something like a cryptocurrency. Isn't it ironic that Bitcoin has dropped $40,000 a coin? All of a sudden, and Ethereum was down, and Litecoin is down. Isn't that ironic that all of a sudden that has happened? It's because by the end of the year, the Fed is going to have their own coin. And they're going to gobble up all of these little independent crypto coins. Why? Because they can. And they will. There's going to be legislation that'll come down the pike. Just you watch. That'll stop them from being able to do that. So that money freedom that we're experiencing right now in that arena is going to go away because they aren't getting a piece of the action. What that's going to do to the marketplace is turn upside down our financial fiat financial system, okay, which was created in 1913 by J.P. Morgan and his henchmen. All right, so with that in mind, things are going to change. That coupled with the fact that millennials who are moving very quickly into the controlling arena of the marketplace now, millennials between 25 and 40, right in that pocket range, more or less, a few years, they don't necessarily want to have a house. They don't. They don't. They don't want the responsibility. They want to be able to get up and go. They want to be able to get up and move. And jobs, you're not going to have a job for 5, 7, 10 years in one spot. You already don't. As the middle class starts to squash down, that ideology of jobs that I grew up with gets completely eradicated. It's already on the way to do that. Okay? So, consequently, you're going to have the largest population born, even bigger than the baby boom population, that really doesn't want to have a house. They don't even want to have a car. They want, and with robotics and AI intelligence like Starlink, what Elon Musk is shooting up 30,000 satellites and he's almost done, and Starlink is going to be able to control all AI anywhere on the planet Earth, even in the deep caverns of Carlsbad, New Mexico, where okay? See, we deal in 5G right now, right? Well, the military is dealing in 8, 9, 10G, and Starlink is dealing in that. So they've geared up to be able to control AI as it explodes over the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, literally, if you don't have money in AI somewhere, robotics, automation, IT, then you are really missing the boat. Okay? So with that coupled with the population and the changing economic order, the baby boomers are getting older. So one of 3 things are going to happen to them. They're going to die in their house. They're going to move and sell their house at some point, if they can, and move into either with family or some convalescent center. or they're just going to sell their house and get out and be smart. Maybe go rent somewhere. Take those big tax-free dollars, if you sell it the right way, and invest and make thresfold. That's 3 times. Thrice, either way you want to pronounce it. 3 times the money for the rest of their lives. You see. So it makes no sense to hold on to your property. Just imagine, within 5 to 10 years, there's 20 million houses on the market in America and nobody to buy them. The middle class buys houses. When you don't have a middle class, your houses that you own aren't going to sell. So that's reason 1 why you should be selling your house right an annuity or something where there's tax advantages, taking that money, even if you got to pay capital gains before Biden's rules kick in, and they take 44% of your capital gains because that's what they want. After all those years you slaved in, take half of your profit. Okay, you need to take that money, go rent a nice townhouse or rent a house. You can certainly be able to afford it with your Social Security, all right? And get those big dollars out now. Because mark my word, I've been doing this for 40 years. I do my homework and I do my research and I do my stats. I'm telling you right now, as God is my witness, there's going to be a bubble burst here. And that's as soon as the Fed kicks in their cryptocurrency around the globe. Watch what happens. Okay? It's going to happen. And what you don't want to get caught is in the worst depression real estate market in the history of America. Always remember this saying, no matter how high it gets, it drops at the same depth. Then it comes back up and averages out. Okay? Averages out for a few years. For every high, there's a low. And you don't want to get caught in the low. I'm telling you right now, if you're thinking about selling your house, you got to give me a call. Because, hey, we guarantee we'll buy your house. We'll take that risk out of you in our home guaranteed sales program here at the Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Your home sold guaranteed in writing with an offer. And if we don't sell it at an acceptable price, I'll buy it. We'll buy it. You got to get out now while the fever is still there. This fever is going to stop. I'm telling you, Patty, this fever is going to stop. Is that Patty? I can't see that far. Let me see. Instagram's checking in with us. Yeah, that's Panty. Okay? You got to get out now. That's reason 1. Here's reason 2. Okay? These are going to be quick. Reason 2 is this. Why in the world do you want all that headache? Why do you want all that problem? Especially for baby boomers and Gen Xers. When the market is going to cap out, why do you want to get involved in dealing with this for the rest of your life? The upkeep of your home, the maintenance of your home, all of that. Your kids are growing away, man. Why don't you go hang out with them? It's more fun as you get close to retirement. Don't you think? Who wants to live in California? Have you been down to downtown LA lately? with the blue McMansion tents that are so huge they're coming off the sidewalk and coming into the streets in 60 square blocks around the Mission in downtown LA. Have you seen what's happening in all the overpasses and alongside the freeways in Southern California, and just about in every park and every street and every alley and every corner and every street light and every bus bench? They can't do anything about it. Why would you want to subject yourself to driving through that scum? Does this city really turn you on to the point that you gotta be here? The crime is up all over Southern California. Murder, rape, robbery, human trafficking. I mean, we're talking class 1 felonies. It's up everywhere. Have you driven down the street and everybody's angry? Everybody's mad? No one's got any patience or manners or courtesy anymore? Do you want to live the rest of your life in that? After you've worked so hard? I'm talking to the Gen Xers too. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. High taxes, almost $5 a gallon gas? Property tax that they're trying to get to around Proposition 13. Tax this, tax that, tax here, tax there, tax here, tax here, more tax, more regulation, more tax, more industries leaving California by the groves, by the trucks. I mean, this is the grapes of wrath. Instead of coming to people that are criminals and scumbags peeping and pooling on the street. Come on, really? That's reason number 2. You gotta be kidding me. That's not what you signed up for. You gotta get in touch with us. We'll get top dollar for your property, and I guarantee your home sold. Guaranteed. Or we'll buy it. 1-844 402 4222 extension 1045. Listen to the free message. Nobody will talk to you. No pressure. It's up to you. No obligation. It's free. You got to get out of here before you can't. You want to be 80 years old living in this town? 75? Let me tell you something. I'm 60 years old. I'm blowing out of here in 3 years. I've been here since I was 1.5 from Chicago. I got no reason to be here. My business runs on its own because it's a real estate business. It's not I beg, please, 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 please sign up with me. No, I have a business with employees and people working, and it'll work whether I'm here or not. In fact, most of the time they don't want me to be here because I mess things up. Why do you want to be here? I did a survey way back when I was in my 30s. And I wanted to know why everybody buys an RV when they retire. And how come the RVs after they retire are parked in their driveway and like they're collecting cobwebs and dust? And here's why. This is what I found out. I found out when a husband and a wife retire in their mid-60s, they take the RV tour around America. And they do that for about 2 years. And then it gets old. It gets old. And then what they do is they park the RV in the driveway or the backyard, and there it sits forever, never to be used again. And within 18 Social Security checks to 30 years ago, the husband or the wife died, usually the husband. They got 18 Social Security checks, and they kicked the bucket. Check it out. I don't break up these stats. I don't make this stuff up. Hey, come on. Now it's about 24, I believe. It's risen a little bit. It's 2 years. So they parked the RV in the back. So anytime I saw an RV in somebody's backyard as a real estate broker, I would go knock on their door. Why? Because I knew that they were older folks and They were getting tired. You see. Well, let me tell you something. People are blowing out of this state. You don't want to be here. If you don't got to be here to make your stake, you don't want to be here. There's nothing here that, do you know what the oceans look like? When I was a teenager, you know how purely blue and clean Santa Monica Bay was? It's a poop and pee sewer system now. Up and down the coast. You got to go all the way into Ventura before you get clean water out the beach. Okay. Enough of that. Reason number 3. You want to sell your house now because I will promise you a guarantee. Nobody does this on the market. I will sell your house. Your home sold, guaranteed, in writing, an offer that says an acceptable price to you and me at some point in the future in an acceptable time. If your home is not sold, I will buy it. You're never at risk. Oh, Jesse, I'm never at risk now with the marketplace. Yes, that's true. But let me say this to you. You want tons of people through your house? You want everybody knowing what you got? Or would you rather find 2, 3, 4, 5 people that'll give you top dollar plus 100% over asking price? Would you like that? Wouldn't that be cool? You don't have to have a hassle, no problems. Our marketing takes care of everything. It's cutting edge. It's easy. How does that sound to you? Got to get your home sold. You got to get out of here. I probably already have your home sold already. So, if you want to get involved in the program, hey, we'd love to help you. 1-844-402-4222, extension 1045. Or you can call me direct anytime you want. Me, Jesse T, at 1-800-684-8699. That's 1-800-684-8699. Saying hi to our Instagram folks, saying hi to our YouTube crew, saying hi to our blogger, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Gab, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, everybody. We're like on 25 social media outlets now on KTNT Radio and TV network, broadcasting, podcasting network. Good to have you here on $1 Million Money Making Monday. You got to do me a favor, though, because I'm giving you so much great information every Monday. You got to tell people. You got to let them know that they can get this information too. Next week, I'm going to go back to one of 12 different plans that can make you $1 million in real estate in a very short period of time, irrespective of what the marketplace is. I've done it many times for people. I'm going to go back and revisit those plans. You got to let people know. I really need your help. I really need your help. We've got to expand this program. And the reason why, because the more people that find out this great information that I'm giving here at your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, that it will help them. Maybe a family member, maybe a good friend. It'll help them. And that's what we should be doing, is helping people. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to grow that Instagram audience, that Facebook audience, that YouTube audience, so that we can start getting major recognition from some of the major banks. And if we can get major recognition from some of the major banks and hard money lenders, what does that mean? That means better terms on loans and easier access to money for you. So please, like and share. Like and share. Comments and questions. I don't get enough questions. I never get enough questions. I respond to every one of them. Comments, like and share on Facebook. On Instagram, get down there, ask some questions and like it and share it. On YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. And hit the notifications so you get all this great information. Okay? So anyway, your home is your palace, and we treat it like it's ours. Always remember that. Your Home Sold Guarantee Realty. Every Monday, $1 Million Money Making Monday with me, Jesse T. It's good to have you along with us, and my team appreciates it, the Home Selling Group. And hey, if you want to go to our website, www.thehomesoldgroup.com. Okay? Love to see you there. Love to answer any questions you have. And remember this. Sponsored by, yeah, I got it, the Guaranteed Sales Program. 1-844-402-4222, extension 1045. It's free. There's no obligation. It's a recorded message. You don't even have to talk to anybody to get the info. I mean, how easy can I make it? We want to help you in any way that we can. We've been doing this for 40 years in Southern California and doing loans for 30 years. We're your one-stop shop. And remember this, my friends, if it don't start right, it don't end right. So why don't we start it right together? Because together, everybody achieves more. See ya!